Hi, good morning, folks. Welcome to the Early Bird. We're going to take a look at last night's game, as now we have another Game 7 in these playoffs coming up. Well, for hockey fans, I guess it's not a bad thing. If you're a Carolina fan, it sucks because you want the series over and you want to move on and get deeper this time around. But this series, okay, right now, I cannot figure out the Hurricanes come playoff time if they don't win this series now, because they've set themselves up in a position they could choke and lose again. I won't say early, because 7 wins is still a good run, right? But it's like, for Carolina, it would be premature, I think, if they went out. So this Rangers team looked great yesterday. Yes, they were outshot in the game, and yes, they were outplayed in stretches. But I found that the Rangers yesterday just looked like, at certain points, the more hungry team. And 3 3-goal leads in the game. What are you going to do if you're Carolina? It's like, no matter what you do, you're not winning. It's just that was kind of the statement the Rangers made. We're not losing at home ice no matter what. So this Rangers team, guys, this Rangers team, I kind of favor in Game 7 now. I do. I know that's been a home ice all the way, but my goodness, somebody's due to win on the road. Somebody's due. So I kind of give the upper hand now to the Rangers in Game 7. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This young Rangers team is showing no signs of being intimidated or anything. They're just going out there and they're winning. So let's take a look at this. We'll discuss it a bit, see what the whole story was yesterday. All right, here we go. And there you see the Rangers win convincingly 5-2 in a game where they were outshot every single period. But, you know, when you got the goalie, you can pretty much chill. You really can. All right, so let's move on and see the story to this and the numbers. Here we go. Rangers defeat Hurricanes in Game 6, push series to limit. And the numbers, you can clearly see, favored Carolina. Carolina had 39 shots. The Rangers had 25. Look at the faceoffs again. Carolina dominate once again on the faceoff, 61% to 39. But 0 for 3 in the power play, 2 for 5 for the Rangers. 26 hits for Carolina. The Rangers out-hit them 32-26. And the blocks, 14 for Carolina, 22 for the Rangers. And, of course, 11 giveaways for the Hurricanes. And, of course, the Rangers had 16 giveaways. They just seem to be going crazy with giveaways in this playoffs. Shots on goal. First period, 15-12 Carolina. Second period, 11-7 Carolina. Third period, 13-6 Carolina. 39-25 Carolina outshoot them for the game. So we can look at these numbers and say, wow, what happened to Carolina? But in reality, what happened to Carolina, folks, is they just couldn't score on their chances. And no matter what way you cut it, the Rangers were having nothing to do with not seeing a Game 7. That was obvious in this game. What I seen, and from my eyes, my point of view, was that the Rangers, you couldn't tell they were being outshot mostly, I found, in the game at certain points, because it just felt like Shesterkin was not going to be beaten. I mean, he is rolling right now, and the Rangers are going to have to just ride that into Game 7 and because they're going to face a fierce crowd in Carolina. It's going to be as loud as it gets. Carolina's going to be ready. But I keep going with the numbers thing here, guys. You know, sooner or later, somebody's going to win on the road, you got to figure. You just got to figure. Especially Carolina's undefeated at home. They're due for a home loss. I look at all these things. Maybe Carolina can stretch it out one more win. But this can't continue for Carolina next series. I'll tell you, if they do win Game 7, Carolina, I like their odds big time of winning a game on the road in Tampa, because they just can't go winless on the road. I mean, you're never going to win a cup that way. And I can't see that happening. So now the Rangers are going to walk into this, I think, pretty confident. They should be, regardless of what Carolina has done at home. That means nothing going into next game. I really think that the Rangers, this is a young bunch. They're not very intimidated. They trust each other. They trust in the coach. They trust in their game plans. And they especially, of course, trust in their goaltending. And this is not going to be an easy team to put down. I'm going to say it's going to go Game 7 in overtime. Yeah, I can see it going Game 7 in overtime. And who's going to squeak it out? Who knows then? But I could see that one also going Game 7 in overtime. That would make sense to me. And how's either of these teams going to fare against Tampa be the question. So I'm going to have to make a predictions video right after the game tomorrow night, I think, because I mean, I've got my idea for the West, but when it comes to the East, it depends who the matchup is, and there's a lot of things I got to look at. But I got to make that because then the day after the Western Final starts. So we will look at that then. So that's just my take, I guess, in this one, guys. This is a crazy series that I could see ending for the road team, because the road team hasn't been very lucky, and the Rangers have won road games already. So it's not like the Rangers can't get this done. They can get this done. They absolutely can get this done. So how, and can the Rangers not give in to any pressure in Carolina is really going to be the question next game. It's going to be the crowd more intimidating than the team, right? It's the atmosphere. Like, how are they going to handle a Game 7 like that on the road? This is not at home this time. This is on the road. So it's going to be a little different for that young squad, but they look up to the challenge, guys. This Rangers team can be outshot, out-face-offed, and they can still out-hit you and win the game. And if the Rangers, you know what, it's going to be also, that's going to play huge into next game. I expect a big hitting affair in that one. I expect like 35, 40 hits apiece in those two teams next game. I'm looking forward to it, guys. That's it. I don't want to drag this forever. That's it, guys. I am going to find out about my little Rosie this morning. What's going on with this? We'll see. And hopefully we can give this dog a home. This is my hopes. And I will fill you guys in a later video today. All right, guys. See you later on. I'm going to get on my day, and I will be back this evening with more videos. See you then.